What's up? We are live. Retro Trivia Mondays now. What's up? How's everyone doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Just going to give everyone a chance to check in. Looks like Alex and Ashley are here. We have two players we can play. I don't know if Nick's going to be here. I haven't heard from him yet. But he says that if he plays this year, he is not going to participate. He's going to mod and score keep. So we'll see. So y'all have that to look forward to. You don't have to worry about Nick being the leader. He must play. Yeah. Okay, so look at these. Actual cards. We've got 80s, 90s, 2000s, and for our younger viewers, trivia from the 2010s. So there's 50 questions. They're multiple choice. How it's going to work is you will control the board if you get the question right. I'm going to give the multiple choice questions, and if you know the answer first, you're going to have to use the letter, not what it is. So for example, if I'm like A, I guess it could be A or the answer for easier so that people don't get confused. So if you are going to play tonight, yeah, multiple choice. I don't think they're too hard. Some are easy. This is just, the questions will evolve week to week. These are some that I have. Spelling will be accounted for. I need to grab the bell. Give me 1 second. Now, we shouldn't have to use the bell as much with the multiple choice. So everyone should not have to hear that too much. The trivia champion statue is here, with the only name on it so far being spelling for, like, so if you were like, for example, if I was like, Polly Pockets were created by A, a man from England, B, a woman from Egypt, C, cat from Norway, and you put B or you put a man from England, they'll be right. So I'm not going to crack down on the spelling, not tonight anyway. Yeah, it has to be capital. So we have Alex and Ashley here. Is anyone else participating so far? I know it's been a bit of a lull. I am buying a house right now, and Peyton has been involved in all kinds of activities sports-wise. So that's why it's taken me a long time to get trivia night back up, because got a lot of moving parts going on here. Yeah, congrats in this housing market trying to find a house. It's funny because one of the people that played last year, I didn't know they were like local near me. And they reached out to me to pick up an item from my house. And so it didn't even like click 1 + 1, but one of the guys that played, Peter, he messages me. He's like, when's trivia night starting? As he's coming to pick up a toy from my house. And I was like, wow, guess people do want to play trivia. There he is. That's Peter. That's right. See? We got 3. Okay, so if you are playing, drop your name in the chat. So it looks like we've got Peter, Ashley, and Alex so far. It's going to be the same as every year, every season. Points are going to accrue throughout the year and weekly. I'm kicking around the idea of weekly prizes being, instead of having to ship, because it looks like there's going to be another postal strike, weekly gift cards to my actual store, CPJCollectibles.com. Just like something small, like a $10 gift card that you can use as no expiration, save it for Christmas. I'm actually working on One of the craziest possible purchases I've ever made for the channel. I looked at a collection of Transformers today that blew my mind. So I might be getting them tomorrow. I don't know if the guy's going to sell them to me or not, but I put an offer out there I'm waiting to hear back on. So yeah, I'm talking, hold on, I'll show you. The guy had like bins like this size, full of Transformers, and I bet you he had 10 to 12 of them. Yeah. Everything from Beast Wars to, that's right, yeah. So that's my mom's house, the South Windsor yard sale, and I live in East Windsor. So he, like, all this, and he had, like, I don't know how old everyone is in the chat, but he had some Shogun Warrior stuff, which is pretty cool. A lot of, like, cool stuff. So it'll be definitely something that we do shorts on. But we got 10 people in the chat. If you are going to play Retro Trivia Mondays now, it's going to be Monday nights because Peyton has soccer on Tuesdays, and that takes precedence. I'm sorry. So what we do is we have trivia from the 2010s, trivia from the 2000s, trivia from the 80s, and trivia from the 90s. Hello, hello. So if you are going to play, all you have to do is answer the question correct. You will get a point. Most points at the end of 50 questions is going to be awarded the prize for the week, which you will have to email me. And hello, hello, Josh. Josh is here. If you win, you just got to email me. I will send you your gift card. The end of the year prize will be something else. You can ask Nick what he got. He got some crazy stuff. But here we go. So we will start off, how long is the season? 10 weeks. 10 weeks to start with this season, and then we'll start it up in the fall for a little bit of a longer season. This was just because I wanted to get it in. Because I am trying to buy a house. The next season, if I can get the house in some sort of semblance of order by the time I get it, we'll actually have a studio with a green screen where I won't be standing in front of a tarp that I found on Shein. It'll actually be like a game show. So that is what I'm trying to get done. And I put offers in on 2 houses last week and didn't get them. So I'm hoping to get one before the fall season starts. I want to have the kids in. So it's going to be awesome once I get that done. There'll be like a board and everything. But right now we're doing it old school style, just like the channel. So here we go. I'm going to pick Ashley to pick the first question. You can pick either trivia from the 80s, trivia from the 90s, trivia from the 2000s, or trivia from the 2010s. 90s? Okay. Okay, so remember, it's multiple choice. What dance fad took over in the 90s? A, the chicken dance. B, the Macarena. C, the electric slide. Or D, the Cabbage Patch. B is correct, the Macarena. Looks like Alex got there first, so Alex gets the point and control of the board. All right, no problem, Peter. Alex, 90s, here we go. Next question. Who was the butler on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? A, Carlton. B, Jeffrey. C, Bertram. D, Jeeves. B is correct. Alex got it. Jeffrey. Got people texting me. 90s again? Almost knocked over our trusty There we go. Here we go, 90s trivia. What show premiered in the 1990s that Sarah Jessica Parker starred in? A, Gossip Girl. B, Living Single. Epic theme song, by the way. C, Sex and the City. Or D, Girlfriends. C, Sex and the City is correct. Come on, Ashley. Looks like Alex is up to a 3-0 lead already. Alex, what do you want to do now? 90s, 80s? You can. But you could just do the letter. It's probably faster. What was the name of the pink Mighty Morphin Power Ranger? I will accept either. It has to be the question, like you know, letter or name. Okay. A, Kimberly. B, Katie. C, Casey. Or D, Catherine. Alex gets there first with A. Alex has 4. 4-0 so far. Going 80s? Here we go. What color did the ghosts have to be for Pac-Man to eat them? A, blue. B, teal. C, red. Or D, pink. Ashley, you got the point. Blue or A? A, blue. Ashley, you have control of the board. 1 point for you. 80s, okay. GNR was the shorthand for what band? A, Guns N' Roses. B, Grand National Raps. C, Guns N' Roses. Or D, Gans North Rally. Guns and Roses, A. Grand National Raps, C is correct. It is actually Guns N' Roses. So, Josh gets a point. Well done. Josh, you have control of the board. 80s, 90s, 2000s, or 2010s? 90s, all right. Ooh, okay. What Pokemon does Pikachu evolve into? A, Squirtle. B, Raichu. C, Charizard. Or D, Eevee. And Alex got there first with Raichu. 5 for Alex. Pichu is his first evolution before he goes into Pikachu. So it looks like Alex. Hold on 1 second. We got a problem. Tech issue. 90s. Okay. Who played Cher in Clueless? A, Stacey Dash. B, Reese Witherspoon. C, Brittany Murphy. Or D, Alicia Silverstone. Wow, Ashley got that one. Ashley got it first. Point for Ashley. So it is 5 for Alex, 2 for Ashley, and 1 for Josh. Yeah, so if you know the answer before I get through the alphabet, you can answer it. Now, I like the way it's going so far. Ashley, you have control of the board. 90s? All right, here we go. Ooh. What website was not around in the 90s? A, Amazon. B, Match.com. C, eBay. Or D, Facebook. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I will allow the point for Ashley. It just came in as I was hitting the bell. It was Facebook. Facebook started in the 2000s. Remember the movie? 80s? Okay. Which 80s film features a group of teens getting sent to detention? A, 16 Candles. B, Pretty in Pink. C, The Breakfast Club. Or D, Footloose. Ooh, Breakfast Club. I'm going to give it to Josh. Josh got the point. Josh, you have control of the board. I'm not being a stickler for the... Josh, 80s, 90s, 2000s, or 2010s? 90s? Okay. It's week 1. We'll be nice. The King's not here yet. Which NBA star debuted for the Orlando Magic in 1992? A. Michael Jordan. B. Shaquille O'Neal. C. Charles Barkley. Or D. Magic Johnson. Shaq is the correct answer. Alex gets the point. That's 6 for Ashley. Sports are not your strong suit, eh? All right, Alex, you have control of the board. 2000s. Our first 2000s question. What brand of scooter was iconic in the 2000s? A. Slip. B. Skate. C. Razor. Or D. Rooter. Nick! Oh, he's back. And he comes in hot. Razor scooter. Nick is here. Nick is on the board. Hello, Nick. Welcome back to the two-time champion. Currently, the points after 11 questions, we've got Alex P with 6, Ashley with 3, Josh with 2, Nick T with 1. Yeah, I moved it to Mondays because Peyton is in soccer on Tuesday nights, and it just would have been crazy. So I did upgrade my question cards, though. Here we go. Nick, you have control of the board. You can pick a topic. 80s trivia, 90s trivia, 2000s, or 2010s. $2,000s. All right, here we go. What author became a billionaire in 2009? A. Dan Brown. B. Tom Clancy. C. Stephen King. Or D. J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is correct. That is Nick first. Nick, you have control of the board. Yeah, multiple choice. Multiple choice, but if you know the answer, you can answer the answer or the letter. Okay, another from the 2000s. Who was the female singer in the Black Eyed Peas? A. Jessica Simpson. B. Fergie. C. Jennifer Lopez. Or D. Alicia Keys. Fergie is correct. Ashley, that's your point. Cool. Fergalicious definition. Make them boys go crazy. 2010. What rap star was resurrected as a hologram at Coachella in 2012? A. The Notorious B.I.G. B. Tupac Shakur. C. Nipsey Hussle. Or D. Jam Master Jay. Tupac is the correct answer. It looks like Ashley got there first for her 5th point of the season. That brings you to 5. Good enough for second place. 2010s. What was the #1 song of 2019? A. Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. B. Juice by Lizzo. C. Señorita by Shawn Mendes. Or D. Bad Guy from Billie Eilish. A is the correct answer, and Nick gets a point. So that's 5, 11, 13, 16. We are 9 questions away from our intermission/commercial break. Be prepared for that. Nick, you have control of the board. Let's do the last of, there's only 3 2010s, so this is the last 2010. Which famous app shut down in 2016? A. MySpace. B. Kik. C. Vine. Or D. HeyTell. Vine is the correct answer. That goes to Nick. Brings Nick up to 4 points. Good enough for third place. So we've got 6, 5, 4, 2. Nick, you have control of the board. What topic? We've got 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And we are 8 questions away from intermission. 2000s? All right. Which tennis player won Wimbledon and the French Open in 2008? A. Venus Williams. B. Rafael Nadal. C. Serena Williams. Or D. Andy Murray. B is correct. Rafael Nadal. So that point is Alex. 7 points for Alex now. Well done. 90s? All right. Which movie was the first to gross $1 billion in 1998? A. Titanic. B. Forrest Gump. C. Toy Story. Or D. Jurassic Park. Titanic is the correct answer. And looks like Ashley got there first. 6 for Ashley. Cool. She wants to go to the 80s. Okay, question. Did any of you guys see the CK Expo that I went to with Peyton? Did you see the DeLorean? The guy had an actual DeLorean time machine. And he had like the Marty McFly sneakers and the jacket. And Peyton put it on with the hat and everything. And he was dressed as Doc Brown. It was the coolest thing ever. And then, like 2 weeks later, on Facebook Marketplace in my area, there was a DeLorean for sale for 125 grand. 6,000 miles on it. And I was like, if there was ever a car for me to have, it would be that. I would need a significant more amount of people at my live streams to afford that car. Okay, here we go. 80s. Get ready. Next question. Yeah, basically. Which TV channel forever changed television and music in 1981? A. Muzz TV. B. Lifetime. C. CBC. Or D. MTV. MTV is the correct answer, and Ashley gets the point there. That puts you as tied for first place currently with Alex. We are 14. We're 20 questions in. 5 till a break. Ashley, you have control of the board. It's going to come right down the wire tonight. 80s. Here we go. What was the most popular game of the 80s? A. Tetris. B. Super Mario Bros. C. Duck Hunt. Or D. Pac-Man. Super Mario Bros. Is the correct answer. Ashley gets the point. '90s. What was Sarah Michelle Gellar most famous TV role in the 90s? A. Buffy. B. Suki. C. Willow. Or D. Summer. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is correct. Who got that first? Alex got that first. Well done. We got a real tight match here. Alex, you have control of the board. 90s. What 8-film Tom Cruise franchise started out in the 90s? A. Jack Reacher. B. Taken. C. Mission Impossible. Or D. Underworld. Mission Impossible is the correct answer. Ashley got that with no spelling mistakes. Puts you up to 9 points. 90s again? Okay. Which was the last Harry Potter book released in the 90s? Which was the last Harry Potter book released in the 90s? Not the 2000s. A. Prisoner of Azkaban. B. Chamber of Secrets. C. Goblet of Fire. Or D. Order of the Phoenix. The Prisoner of Azkaban is correct. Ashley gets a point. Total guess. Well, lucky guess then. 2000s. All right, here we go. 2000s trivia. This is the last question before our halftime / recap / commercial break. What year did the iPhone debut? A, 2005, B, 2007, C, 2008, or D, the year 2000? The answer is B. Alex gets that question right. All right, so after 25 questions, still 25 to go. Welcome to the people that are new. We have a leaderboard looking as followed. Ashley has 10 points, followed by Alex with 9, Nick with 4, and Josh with 2. If you are new to Retro Trivia Night, I am the host, Craig from CPJ Collectibles. While we're here, I'll tell you a little bit about CPJ Collectibles. If you haven't been, best way to support my channel and keep me producing content is to visit CPJCollectibles.com. It's always 20% off, and I do run a massive sale around Christmas time with 50% off everything. A lot of the things that you see featured on my shorts and on my channel end up on CPJ Collectibles. I buy them to feature in videos and then sell them for basically what I paid for them. So anything that you've seen or watched on the channel, if you're like, I need to get that, best way to help out the channel is to buy from me, because you know it works because I showed it in the video, and it keeps me making videos and content. So if you are enjoying the content, that's the way you can help me, or just watch every single one of my videos all the time. So that is my CPJCollectibles.com commercial. Now, if you're new and you want to play, all you have to do is be first with the correct answer and you will get a point. Most points at the end of the night is going to get a $10 gift card to the aforementioned CPJCollectibles.com. The categories are as follows: trivia from the 2000s, trivia from the 80s, and trivia from the 90s. Questions will be new every week. Going to go from pop culture to video games to toys to whatever. There will be some harder questions later on in the season, but as it is right now, with everybody just getting back into it, these are going to be multiple choice and pretty easy. As we get closer to the end of the 10-week schedule and we start to whittle down the leaderboard and see who's where and get the movers and shakers there for the season-long prize, I'll make some harder questions up. But I thought this was a good way to get everybody back in the swing of things. So here we go. 25 questions to go. It's a 1-point game between Ashley and Alex. And I believe Alex has control of the board. Alex, you may choose a category. 90s, all right. Which kids show featured the character Buttercup? Which kids show featured the character Buttercup? A, Rugrats. Sorry, I went into last year's. B, Doug. C, the Powerpuff Girls. Or D, Rocco's Modern Life. I thought you guys would have that one faster. Powerpuff Girls is correct. Nick gets a point. I did like a flashback to when I was hosting last year when I was just asked the question. Okay, so Nick, you have... Oh, Buck is here. What's up, Buck? Welcome back. 90s is cool? All right. Which of these is not an original Beanie Baby? Which of these is not... Everybody say hi to Buck. Which of these is not an original Beanie Baby? A, Patty the Platypus. B, Chocolate the Moose. C, Legs the Frog. Or D, Happy the Hippo. Which of these is not an original Beanie Baby? D is correct. Happy the Hippo is not an original Beanie Baby. Looks like Nick got that first. Nick and Buck. I gotta tell you, before I go on, I gotta tell you guys, I am in talks right now to buy the biggest collection of Transformers that I've ever bought. Like, it's gonna blow your mind. Just saying. Get ready for that. I'm hopeful to pick it up tomorrow. I'm waiting on the guy to get back to me. Yeah. I'm talking the Generations, Titans Return, Metroplex, all original G1s, Starscream in its original box, like unreal. Yeah, wow. Okay, so Nick had the first. Nick, do you want to stay in 90s? Yes. Want to buy your My Little Ponies? If the price is right. Okay, here we go. What Saturday Night Live star got their start on the show All That? A, Nick Cannon, B, Amanda Bynes, C, Kenan Thompson, or D, Cal Mitchell? C is the correct answer. Looks like Alex got there first. That ties Alex for first with Ashley. 80s? All right, let's do it. 80s question. What was the second fruit on the original Pac-Man? Some of these are nasty. What was the second fruit on the original Pac-Man? A, cherry, B, strawberry, C, orange, or D, banana? B is correct. Josh gets the point. Josh with his third point. Let's go. So not grape. Yeah, grape was no bueno. B was strawberry. Yeah, it went cherry, strawberries. 90s? All right. Which of these was not a hit for the Spice Girls? A, Spice Up Your Life. B, Wannabe. C, Become One. Oh my God, I forgot about that song. D, Spice World. When to become one. Remember that song? That's a bop. D is the correct answer. Alex gets a point. Alex gets a point for getting D first. Prince puts Alex into first place with 11. Oh, sorry, Ashley. The card says become one. 90s, let's fire it up. What game came packaged with a Game Boy? A, Tetris. B, Donkey Kong. C, Super Mario Bros. Or D, Pokemon? Tetris is the correct answer. Alex with the point. Uh-oh, Ashley. Too much complaining means Alex is catching up on you. He's now up 12-10. Gotta stop that sass. It's taking away your concentration like the Maple Leafs. Alex wants to go to the 80s. All right, here we go. In Tom Hanks' Big, how old was his character before he was big? A, 9, B, 6, C, 12, or D, 8? Ogford! Whoa! Coming in with the point. Ogford P. Doggy. I remember that name. You get the point. So far we have 5 point getters for the season so far. Is it your second? No, you have to get there first, Ogford, for tonight. I just got your first answer right now. You probably have your point last year. Yeah, for sure. But you get to pick 80s, 90s, or 2000s trivia. Which one do you want? Yeah, but he was 12 when he made the wish. Did you? I'll look back at it. I'll give you a point if you were. What was the exact... This is 80s trivia. 80s trivia. What was the exact speed the car in Back to the Future had to go to time travel? A, 86 miles per hour. B, 88 miles per hour. C, 101 miles per hour. Or D, 187 miles per hour. 88 is the correct answer, and it looks like Ogford gets another point. Let's go. Ogford, you have control of the board. 80s, 90s. Okay, we're staying in the 80s. Let's go. What color were the tigers on the cover of Michael Jackson's Thriller? A, orange. B, white. C, orange and black, or D, yellow? White is the correct answer, and it looks like Buck gets the point. Buck. Those are your first points of spring summer trivia. We now have 6 players with points. Let's go. I want to beat last year. We need to beat the total amount of players from last year. That's the goal, is to get more people playing. We had some people fall off in season 1 to season 2, probably because it took so long. And I'm assuming there'll be some fall off this year because I took so long. So that's on me. But Buck, you have control of the board. Fire it up. Dealer's choice. I'm going to pick 2000s. Who was the first African-American woman to win Best Actress? A, Halle Berry, B, Jennifer Hudson, C, Angela Bassett, or D, Gabourey Sidibe? I said that wrong. I know I did. Halle Berry is the correct answer, and that is A to Alex. Hello, L Actor. Join us. So yeah, who got that first? Alex. Alex, you're still in the lead with 13. Control the board. Monsters Ball is the movie that she got Best Actress for. Billy Bob Thornton, it's actually a really good movie. Billy Bob Thornton is a prisoner, like a guard. Yeah, you're talking to the trivia master, okay? Should see me against Nick. Now that would be a challenge. 90s, let's fire it up. Tamagotchi is a Japanese blending of what 2 words? Egg and watch, computer and pet, pet and got you, or D, egg and computer. So obviously ABC. Egg and watch is the correct answer, and it looks like Alex got there first. Jake, how are you? Jake is here. I see some usual faces joining in. Here we go. Hi, Jake. 2010s. I'm out of 2010s questions, Alex. You got to go 2000s, 80s, and 90s. 2000s? All right. What popular brand featured a monkey as the mascot? A, Lisa Frank, B, Paul Frank, C, Baby Fat, or D, Fubu? B is the correct answer. Paul Frank is the correct answer. B. So that looks like, who got that? Nick. Nick now has 7. And control the board. Yep, I got 2000s. Here we go. What popular movie remake starred Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis? A, The Parent Trap, B, Freaky Friday, C, Mean Girls, or D, Twilight? Freaky Friday is the correct answer, and B was the correct letter. So Nick beat Alex with the answer. How is that possible? Nick, well done. Who got there first? Yeah, it was Nick, right? Yeah, Freaky Fast. Yeah, I got 2000 still. We want to stay in here? Okay, cool. 2000s trivia. What social media network was popular before Facebook? A, Twitter, B, Tumblr, C, Instagram, or D, MySpace? MySpace is the correct answer. Who got that? Nick again. Nick gets there first. Nick now has 9. He is catching up. He's 1 behind Ashley for second place and 6 behind Alex. Ooh, dun dun dun. We got about 10 to 11 questions left. He's freaky fast. Freaky fast. Stay 2000s. Here we go. What popular movie starred a green ogre? A, Ratatouille, B, Up, C, Toy Story, or D, Shrek? Shrek is the correct answer. Alex gets a point right before Nick. That's 15 points for Alex now. What one do you want to do now? 90s? Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. Which is not considered a grunge band? A, Pearl Jam, B, Soundgarden, C, Nirvana, or D, Matchbox 20? D is correct. Matchbox 20 is the correct answer. Alex, you get the point. 16 points for Alex, 10 for Ashley, 9 for Nick, 3 for Josh, 2 for Ogford, and 1 for Buck so far. Alex is crushing it right now. 80s? All right, 80s. What famous wreckage was found in 1985? A, the Black Swan, B, Titanic, C, USS Arizona, or D, the Mary Rose? Titanic is the correct answer. Ashley gets the point. 11 points now for Ashley. 5 off the lead. What do you want, the 90? Last 90s question, here it comes. What was the first Mary-Kate and Ashley movie? A, Billboard Dad, B, It Takes Two, C, To Grandmother's House We Go, or D, How the West Was Fun? C is correct. C is the correct answer. Ogford gets the point. There you go. Ogford with the point and control of the board. 80s? Sure, let's go. Which is not a song by the Police? King of Pain, A. B, The Impression I Get. C, Do, 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 Da, Da, Da. D, Message in a Bottle. B, The Impression That I Get is correct. Alex gets the point. Bonus point right now. Bonus point outside of the questions. This is worth 3 points. Who sings The Impression That I Get? The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones is correct. And Buck gets 3 points for that. Ogford, it came in, Alex, just ahead of you on my screen. It's whoever comes in first in my screen. There's chat replay, so you can see it afterwards. My nose is itchy. Okay, Buck, you have control of the board. There's one more 80s question left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2000s questions. So there is still a chance for Ashley to take over Nick, and for Nick to take over Ashley for second place. 2000s? Buck. Rihanna received her first #1 single with which song? A, Umbrella. B, SOS. C, Don't Stop the Music. Or D, Bon de Replay. B is correct. It looks like Umbrella is wrong. So Buck gets the point. B is the correct answer. SOS. Buck. Let's go. Buck with 5. SOS, please someone. Whatever that song goes. 2000s again? Okay. What is the highest grossing film of this decade? A, The Dark Knight. B, Mean Girls. C, Avatar. Or D, Castaway. Avatar is correct, and it looks like Buck got there first again. Are we having a late finish from Buck? Joined halfway through and is on a tear. He says, 2025 summer is going to be my time to shine. Watch out. I'm taking over the trivia world. Look out, Nick Thunder and Ashley and Alex. I am here to play. Okay, 2000s trivia. We've got a few more questions to go. Looks like 4 to go. This is the time. This is the time of your life. What was the must-have flip phone in the 2000s? A, the Laser. B, the Sidekick. C, the Juke. or D, the razor? The razor is correct. And I wanted one so bad and never had one. Razor is correct. Nick gets the point. 10 points for Nick. We have 4 more questions to go. BlackBerry. That's 2000s for sure. As a proud holder of BlackBerry stock, I am hating it. Yeah, Razor scooter and Razor phone. Let's do one more question from the 2000s, then I'll ask the last 80s question before we finish off with 2000s. What actor became the governor of California? A, Clint Eastwood. B, Arnold Schwarzenegger. C, Chris Evans. Or D, Brad Pitt. Arnold is the correct answer. Looks like Alex gets a point. Yeah, I've kind of figured everyone would just use the letter on that one. That one was gonna... bonus points, if you could spell that correct. Okay, here we go. 80s trivia question. What were the names of the Blues Brothers? Jake and John, A. B, Jake and Elwood. C, John and Elwood. Or D, George and Ringo. Jake and Elwood is the correct answer, so that was B, and it looks like Alex got that one first. That brings Alex up to 19 points for the night. Let's go. 2 questions left. I'll ask a bonus question at the end of this, channel specific. What sensational game app came out in 2009? A, Flappy Bird. B, Angry Birds. C, Green Pigs. Or D, Happy Birds. Angry Birds is the correct answer. Who got that first? Nick with Angry Birds gets that first. Okay, so going into the last question, we've got 6 people have played tonight and answered. We had 7 here with Peter. He left early. So it looks like Alex is in first with 19. Ashley's in tied for second with Nick with 11. Buck is in third with 6. And Josh and Ogford are tied with 3. So everybody has scored more than 2 points, which is pretty darn good. Last question before the bonus question. Who is the top-selling musical artist of the 2000s? A, Eminem. B, Usher. C, Britney Spears. Or D, Madonna. A is correct. Eminem. Ogford, that is your 4th point. And that is the regular round. Let me dig up a special trivia question for you all right now. See what I can kick up. I'll ask 2 channel-specific trivia questions. So, here we go. These are worth 5 points. We will test your commitment to CPJ Collectibles YouTube channel. What, in the last YouTube video I posted, what were the 2 best things, in my opinion, out of the bag, the mystery bag that I picked up? In my last video, I bought a Super Mario mystery bag. What were the 2 best things that I said were pretty awesome? I know one of you guys might get it. There's 2 things. Yoshi and the Toad are the 2 things. Yeah, Yoshi and the Toad. So we'll give Alex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that one. And let me see. What was the most recent what was the most recent Fisher-Price Little People short that I have featured on the channel? What was the most recent Fisher-Price Little People short that I featured on the channel? The toilet is the correct answer. Nick, that's you. 5 for you. Okay, so that concludes trivia night. I'm going to I'll give you the schedule for the season, point rundown, and then we'll kind of just talk about it for a sec. Okay, first place was Alex P with 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 points for the night. So Alex, email me. I'll send you off a gift card to CPJ. Second place looks like it was Nick Thunder. 5, 10, 15, 16 points. Well done, Nick. Third place was Ashley with 11. Fourth place was Buck with 6. Fifth place was Ogford with 4. And Josh B had 3. I also saw Jake in the chat. And I saw Peter in the chat. I wonder what happened to Amanda's Adventures. Remember her? She played all the time. I'm going to send off a roll call email to some of the people from last year and get them back in here. So it's going to take place every Monday at 7 o'clock this year. Monday nights for the next 10 weeks. Then at the end of that, we'll have the grand finale. And then I will run the fall one like we did last year. That'll be a little bit of a longer one. There's not as much going on in the fall. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to create the live events for the next 9 weeks. So you will have the full schedule will be up, and then I'll just edit the leaderboard accordingly. So you can if you set your notifications, you'll get notifications when I go live for that, so that you don't miss it. Remember, I do giveaways for most of the top people that play every week. So if you're playing and scoring points, there's a good chance you're going to be at the top, because we do get a lot of people that come and go and join the chat and leave the chat. So I hope you all had a fun night tonight. These questions are going into the ethos. They will not be asked again. I have a stack of questions. I'm glad to be back. This should be the last time that we're doing it like this. I don't know if Nick was here. I'm working on buying a house, so I'm trying to get a studio in my garage when I get this house. Started at 7, everything. So next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Look at Ronald. Look at him. He's missing a hand and everything. Isn't he glorious? Yeah, dedicated space for videos. That way, a lot of you guys have asked me in the videos or during the live streams to show my collection. And the way that I have my collection currently is just not anything I want to show people. So once I get my garage set up and have it racked and space and all my books and everything everywhere I want them, then I'll do a more proper tour of my thing, and the videos that I shoot, it will all be behind me. Right now, it's not like that. I'm just a guy with 2 kids in a small 3-bedroom apartment. So when I get the house, it'll be way, way better. Also, some of the people I know, you know what they call these things? These lights, these old school lights. They call them boob lights. I had no idea, and now every time I see one, I think of that. Haven't got it yet, Buck. I'm putting offers in everywhere I can. I'm just hoping that somebody's going to say, I like that guy and I want to sell my house. So I will let you guys know as soon as that happens. It's going to be a quick, it could even be during this season where this background changes to me in a garage. Because when I buy, it's going to be a quick possession, because in my area, that's kind of what's happening. So I will see you all next Monday for more retro trivia. Thank you to everyone that came out tonight. If you can, message anybody that you know that wants to join and tell them to come in while we're in the early stages, so that they're not far behind when we get into week 7 and 8 and they feel like they don't have a chance. So I will see you all next Monday. Enjoy your week. And I do have a new yard sale video going up either tomorrow morning or Wednesday morning. So look out for that.